We went to Europe together and did a bunch of like romantic coupley activities. We even shared a bed for most of the trip and nothing.
Right, yeah, I heard about that. Taylor Swift said, crossing one leg over the other in the large armchair she was sitting in. Syd frowned. What?
Oh, I binge-watched your podcast in preparation for this session, Taylor explained. So then you know that we're not actually dating, Olivia stated.
I'm pretty sure that's a HIPAA violation, Syd said.
I knew it didn't work out in the Swiss Alps, Taylor clarified. I had just assumed you had gotten together since then. And don't even get me started on HIPAA, she said with a small roll of her eyes. I'm not actually a licensed therapist or a medical professional of any kind, so I am not bound to HIPAA, nor can I violate it.
That's awesome to know about your therapist.
No, that's good to know about Taylor Swift as well.
Hi! We have another live show coming up.
If you missed the last live show, you can totally come see this one.
We are doing Syd and Olivia Talk Shit live in Los Angeles at the Dynasty Typewriter.
It's going to be live and live stream, so if you're not in Los Angeles, you can still see it. It's going to be June 5th, Friday, June 5th at 7 p.m. And our special guest is Miles Bonsignore.
He's the perfect person.
Wow, we are lucky.
We are so lucky. So join us. It's going to be a really fun time, and we hope to see you all there.
Bye.
Hi! Wow, if it isn't the Big Bad Podcast for me.
Wow, if it isn't for me, and if it isn't for me.
Hello, welcome to the Syd Olivia Talk Shit. I'm the sad one.
I'm the Olivia one.
Today I'm on so much cough syrup, so if I start talking really loud, it's not even on me, it's on Robitussin.
It is on Robitussin, and this week's episode is sponsored by Too Much Robitussin.
And that's on Robitussin. Okay, I'm on so much Robitussin.
Okay, I love that. How do you feel?
Literally can't hear anything.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
I can't hear a word of mine that I'm saying.
That's kind of exciting. I wish that I could do that.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Because whenever I talk, I love it. But whenever I hear myself talk, I'm like, ah!
So true.
Yeah. How are you?
Oh my God, I'm great. We just got back from Europe.
We just got back from Europe. What were some of your favorite Europe things? We went to London. We went to Italy separately because we got in a huge fight.
Yeah.
No, we just went separately because we wanted to go to separate places.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite things?
Oh my God, so many things. I accidentally went to a bed and breakfast that was a 30 mile vertical hike. A 30-minute vertical hike up a mountain.
Yeah.
And I brought a bunch of luggage and people were laughing at me while I was trying to get it up the hill.
That's gorgeous.
And it was awesome. It was the most stunning thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Once I got up there. But man, that was stupid.
Yeah, I love Italy. I hadn't been before. It is just so good.
It's the most amazing place.
One thing about Italy I didn't like.
What?
It was that the people on the street asking for money.
You don't like when people on the street are asking for money?
No, I
You love it?
They're all on their knees.
What?
Yeah, which made me feel like
I hate
devastated and terrified and personally guilty. And I also didn't have any euros because I was stupid. So I only had American dollars. I gave people American dollars, but then other people would be like, they can't use that. And I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, I would say that's the only thing Italy needs to change.
They were on their knees?
Yeah. Isn't that devastating?
That's so sad.
It was like the worst thing.
Why were they doing that?
I do not know.
Guys, get up.
So
don't do that.
Yeah. So I just brought the mood down.
Oh my God, that's so sad. Okay, I guess I'll say something happy.
Yeah.
I saw a dog on a Vespa.
Yes, and that's really happy.
So good.
An old man and his giant horse dog came up to me when I was eating a focaccia sandwich, and people in Europe, that's the only other thing I don't love about Europe is people are stingy with their dogs.
They are. They bring their dogs around like it's a burden.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh my God, I wouldn't possibly have my dog look at you. What a terrible thing. And it's like, no, I want the dog's face in my face.
Yeah, I've been made fun of in past relationships for saying hi to dogs, but not the owners. But it's like, why
on earth would anybody make fun of you for that?
I don't know.
That's literally when people say hi to my dog and not me, I'm like, thank you.
That's
exactly what we should be doing here.
But people are like, oh, sorry. And like, they don't let you hang out with
No, I'm just my dog's shadow.
Yeah. But this old man and his dog came up to me and the man pointed at my sandwich and I ripped off a piece and gave it to the dog and then they both nodded and walked away and I was like, that's the best interaction I've ever had.
Yeah, it's awesome. An old man just being like, so you're going to give my dog part of your sandwich.
And I'm like, of course. Like, this is the first real interaction I've had.
Yeah.
With a guy who gets how dogs should be interacted
That's
with.
incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So I loved that.
I guess my only problem with Italy was every time I walked into a co-op, they would say, we're closed, get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other people were in the store.
Yes.
And I was like, that's not true.
That's really good.
I don't know what it is about my face, but they were like, no.
Not you. Not you at this co-op.
And it was any time I went in.
Yeah.
Multiple co-ops.
Yeah.
All of the little old Italian ladies.
The biggest self-esteem boost I got in Italy is I would go into shops alone and there would be other people coming into the shops with me and the shop owner would turn to the other people and go, hi. And then they'd turn to me and go, buonasera. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then I disappointed them because I don't really speak Italian.
Right, of course. The biggest self-esteem boost I got, sorry, I'm also still sick.
Well, yeah.
You guys...
We opened this episode with how much Robitussin you're on.
But that could have been for pleasure.
That's true.
The biggest self-esteem boost I got in Italy was I walked into a place where there was an old woman in a room next to the train station who holds your bags for you while you're like doing stuff. And there was no sign being like, this is what this is. But the woman was like, this is what I do.
Right.
So I left her my bags. And she was chain smoking into a cage with a parakeet.
That's good. That's always good.
And watching what I can only describe as like Italian hoarders.
Right.
And I was like, how much to keep my bag here? And she looked at me and was like, €20, which means I think she thought I was rich.
Wow, that is a beautiful self-esteem boost.
Because really...
She clearly made it up.
She made it up on the spot. That's way too much money. I did give it to her because I was like, you're awesome.
Yeah.
But...
She needs to be able to afford another parakeet.
You need another parakeet to cough on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Italy's awesome. I know that's an original thought.
Gotta go back. Gotta go back right now.
Gotta go back.
Gotta go back right now.
Yeah.
Well, we have something really special planned for this episode. We are going to experience it at the same time you guys are experiencing it for the first time. We've got so many just lovely souls over on our Patreon. We've got
so many lovely souls.
Our Patreon is full of people that I always describe as people I would have loved to be friends with in high school.
Why past tense? Why not now?
Such a good point.
Because I would love to be friends with them now.
I would love to be friends with them now, and I am.
Okay.
So how about that?
Okay.
But one of our dear friends.
One of our dear friends on the Patreon.
On the Patreon. Shout out to Krista on the Patreon.
Shout out, Krista.
So one of the things we do is we write insane, over-sexualized, disturbing fan fictions about each other. That's a thing in our friendship. We're always gifting each other fan fictions.
They're really long.
They're too long. They're in Comic Sans, 14-point font, and they are purposefully disturbing. And we love to do it. We love to do it. We'll write fan fictions on the Patreon about other people, like JD Vance and Clippy have a fan fiction. Shout out to Clippy right behind me.
Shout out to Clippy. No shout outs to JD Vance.
Literally,
that's no shout outs.
Literally, gun to my head, no shout outs to JD.
No shout outs.
Ever.
No shout outs.
But shout out to Clippy. Long live Clippy. And we've known for a very long time that Krista
from the Patreon. Shout out
to Krista.
But no shout outs to JD Vance.
No shout outs to JD Vance. Has written us a fan fiction that we have been very excited to read for a very, very long time.
We've never read it before, and we are today going to read this over-sexualized fan fiction about ourselves.
Yes. Now, Krista has warned us, because we were originally going to do it as a live stream, and Krista was like, don't do it as a live stream, just in case there's parts you might want to redact.
Which is awesome.
Which is, first off, we love a trigger warning. We love a redaction warning. Is that a thing?
Okay.
I don't know. Redacted is a dirty term now.
Dirty.
It reminds me of bad stuff.
No shout outs.
No shout outs to the redacted folk.
No shout outs to the redacted folk.
But yeah, we are going to read this fan fiction out loud right now.
This is a segment called We're Reading an Over-Sexualized Fanfiction About Us for the First Time Music. Cut the music! So right off the bat, this cover is fucking awesome.
Yeah, this is kind of the best thing I've ever seen. Illustrated by the Trash Raccoon. Okay, written by Krista, illustrated by the Trash Raccoon, edited by I'm
It's called I'm Only Me When I'm With You.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Wow, isn't that a song?
That's this song.
Right.
Okay.
I look a little bit like a woman out of time.
A gorgeous woman out of time.
Like a Renaissance woman. You look modern.
Yeah, and that's sometimes what happens in a friendship. One person's Renaissance and the other person is...
modern.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm so
Okay.
scared.
Wow. Okay, this is really exciting.
You want to read the foreword?
Yeah. Forward. I wrote this fan fiction because I wanted to explore the implications of Syd and Olivia, quote unquote, trying to fall in love with each other. Were they serious about that? Did they even know whether they were serious or not? Why didn't it work out? To the best of my knowledge, they also both have boyfriends. How does this factor into all of this? This fanfic asks all of those questions and answers them with my own wild speculation and ill-informed best guesses. I made up fake boyfriends for Syd and Olivia to have in this fic because trying to write about their real personal private relationships that I know nothing about felt too invasive for me, but making them both single would be lazy writing. It would have been too convenient and not accurate to the lore. Speaking of lore accuracy, I wrote this fan fiction that Olivia identifies as straight. That was the most recent information I was able to find, but it was not very recent at all. So the many things she said since then have made me wonder if that's still where she's at. My sincerest apologies to Olivia if not. Also, I said that Syd is bi. I can't remember if Syd actually ever said that or if it's just been implied. Either way, if I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sorry about a lot of what I said in this fic. Not sorry enough to not write it, but sorry all the same. Trigger warning for mentions of kinks. Nothing sexual happens, but kinks are mentioned.
Good.
Okay, this is awesome. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You want a popcorn?
Yep.
All right.
So let me get this straight, Taylor Swift said to the two women sitting before her. You're not actually a couple, but you scheduled with me in hopes that I could counsel you into becoming a couple? Yeah, pretty much, said Sydney Heller.
We've been trying to fall in love with each other for over a year now, said Olivia De Laurentiis. We went to Europe together and did wow, this is great timing because we just went to Europe together again. We went to Europe together and did a bunch of like romantic coupley activities. We even shared a bed for most of the trip and nothing.
Right, yeah, I heard about that, Taylor Swift said, crossing one leg over the other in the large armchair she was sitting in. Syd frowned. What?
Oh, I binge-watched your podcast in preparation for this session, Taylor explained. So then you know that we're not actually dating, Olivia stated.
I'm pretty sure that's a HIPAA violation, Syd said.
I knew it didn't work out in the Swiss Alps, Taylor clarified. I had just assumed you had gotten together since then. And don't even get me started on HIPAA, she said with a small roll of her eyes. I'm not actually a licensed therapist or a medical professional of any kind, so I am not bound to HIPAA, nor can I violate it.
That's awesome to know about your therapist.
No, that's good to know about Taylor Swift as well.
Well, I guess that explains why our shitty insurance is even covering this, Syd said.
Wait, why are you offering this service that you're not in any way qualified to provide, Olivia asked.
Yeah, I was wondering kind of the same thing, Syd agreed.
Taylor paused for a moment before answering, as if she wasn't quite sure whether the two women could be trusted with top secret information, but they'd both signed NDAs when they'd scheduled the session on ZocDoc.
ZocDoc!
Shout out! No shout out to JD Vance.
No shout outs.
So Taylor decided to share. She leaned in conspiratorially.
I'm talking to real lesbian couples about their relationships because I want to make TS13 my gayest album yet, she explained. But I've been out of the sapphic dating scene for over a decade now. So in addition to writing about my own experiences, I'm hoping to take some inspiration from other people's stories as well. That way, the album will hopefully be as relatable as possible. Syd cocked her head to the side. Oh, so you do like women, she said.
Taylor smiled. Yeah, it's sort of an open secret in the industry.
I'd heard rumors, but I didn't know if they were true or not. I love that for you, Syd said supportively.
Okay, iconic, said Olivia. Thanks, guys. Now let's get right into it. Why do you want to fall in love with each other? Well, Syd is my best friend. We've known each other for more than half of our lives now, Olivia started. We've grown up together. We supported each other through so much shit. She's my life partner in every way, except physically.
We're basically soulmates, Syd said, just platonically. But I love Olivia more than anyone else in this world.
Aw, said Olivia with a smile before returning her gaze to Taylor Swift.
So this is kind of very Taylor Swift focused.
Yeah, it's all, yeah, Taylor Swift should be reading this as well. We should have brought her in to read
Taylor
her
Swift
lines.
is kind of a huge part of this fan fiction, more so than I thought she would be.
Yeah, same. And I think we spend more time together than most real couples. We're kind of codependent, but like, it's fine. And we literally share one brain cell.
Yeah, people say we're like twins, Syd added.
That's so funny, Taylor Swift said. People say that about my wife Carly and me. She paused to click her pen open. So you two clearly have a very strong bond. Why do you think you haven't been able to fall in love with each other yet?
I think at this point we've just known each other for too long, Syd said.
Yeah, it would be like banging my sister, Olivia agreed. Although my mom is really into astrology, and she has said that Syd and I would have amazing sexual chemistry if we ever, tried it.
Taylor's mouth fell open in bewilderment, and she looked to Syd for confirmation. That is true, Syd said, nodding emphatically. She has said that. But we haven't tried, Because of the risk.
Wow. Taylor
Why am I
said,
reading this like that's me?
That's how you talk every day.
My character, the way I'm portraying myself is like,
It's just a Muppet. So you've never had any sexual feelings towards each other at all? Taylor Swift asked skeptically. Syd and Olivia stared at her straight-faced, quickly tiring of this conversation.
you know what? I have, actually. Syd said, breaking the silence.
Olivia whipped her head around to look at her in surprise.
I've never admitted this out loud before, but sometimes I lie awake at night thinking about Olivia, and my gizzard grows hot with lust.
Okay, that's crazy because when I'm lying awake at night, I'm literally always thinking about your steamy hot rumpus, Olivia said to Syd in feigned disbelief.
Taylor blew air out of her nose and shook her head.
Like this?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor blew air out of her nose and shook her head. So, no sexual feelings then. Got it, she said with an amused smile. I guess I'm just a little bit lost. Am I here to counsel you into a sexless relationship, or were you guys hoping I'd be able to make you feel attracted to each other?
If you could make us be attracted to each other, that would actually be so great, Olivia said.
Yeah, that would actually solve, like, all of our relationship problems.
We tried paying an Etsy witch to do that, but she scammed us and cursed Syd's entire bloodline, Olivia added.
Yeah, that's what happened. Taylor stared at them both, unsure of whether that last part was a joke or not. Okay, then, she said after a long pause. Are you interested in each other romantically? Actually, wait. She said before they could answer, let me back up a little bit here. Syd, you're bisexual, right? Yeah?
And Olivia, So here's what I think it is, Olivia started. I think I'm probably straight, but I don't want to be. I mean, like, I've tested it, and that's what I think it is. When I was in college, I did a big bad threesome with this really hot woman and her boyfriend, and it was fun, like, socially, but I just wasn't attracted to her. Taylor stared at her, utterly perplexed. Whoa. Utterly perplexed for another long moment. Okay, I need a minute to think about all of that. I completely understand, Olivia said.
I guess my first question is, why do you not want to be straight? Taylor asked, rubbing her forehead.
Olivia frowned. Because I want to be with Syd, she said as if it were obvious. Also, have you seen men? Some of them are real creatures.
Syd nodded her agreement.
Taylor frowned.
But Syd nodded her agreement.
She nodded her agreement. Now Taylor frowned. Okay, but straight women don't want to date other women. You know that, right? Wow, are you questioning my identity right now? Olivia asked.
Wow, you're canceled,
hey,
Syd said.
Whoa, Taylor said. I'm sorry. I was just trying to say that you're either straight or you want to date women, but it's probably not both. That's all. I don't want to be straight. I just think I probably am. But I also think that for the right person, I could get there physically. And if Syd isn't the right person, then I don't know who is.
Plus, straight women literally say they want to date other women all the time, Syd pointed out, sitting forward in her seat. I feel like that's like the first thing that most straight women say when I tell them I'm bisexual.
That's true.
Not true.
What?
It's not true.
It's not true. Well, Taylor Swift says it's true. She says, that's true. I have definitely had that happen to me a time or 20, Taylor conceded. But do you think Olivia is doing that to you?
I mean, I hope not, Syd said. She hadn't thought about it. She looked over at Olivia, who frowned and shook her head fervently.
Never mind. Now let's move past that. Olivia, your takeaway from the threesome is that you aren't attracted to women. I hope this doesn't sound insensitive, but are you sure that's why you weren't into it? Maybe you just don't enjoy threesomes, Taylor suggested cautiously, treading lightly in an effort to avoid conversion therapy rhetoric. Oh, I definitely don't like threesomes, Olivia responded. I've done so many, and it's just not for me.
Crazy, they really did get this part right.
I have done so many.
And they're just not for you.
Yeah, but they're also, I don't know, man. It's so weird. They're not for me anymore, I don't think.
No. Every time I go to a different website, I'm like, oh, I have a different password for this website.
Yes.
I don't remember what that was.
I don't remember any of my passwords, period.
I don't remember what happened last week.
No, I don't remember what happened just now.
Picture this. It's late at night and you're scrolling your feeds and suddenly
you see it. Just that product that you're like, God, I want that.
I need that blouse.
You click the link, add to cart, maybe you shop around a little bit before you hit checkout. And then when you're hitting checkout,
you're filling in your address and you realize, I don't have my card anywhere near me.
No, not anywhere near me. I don't remember my password for this.
But that's when that purple pay button comes in handy.
It has all your information saved and you can just click that button and go right on your merry way.
making checkout as easy as a simple tap of your screen.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Alo Yoga and Gymshark
to brands just getting started, you can get started with your own design studio.
with hundreds of ready-to-use templates.
Shopify helps you build a beautiful store that matches your brand.
Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you.
Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling.
See less carts get abandoned and more sales go with Shopify and their Shop Pay button.
Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/SydAndLive.
Go to shopify.com/SydAndLive.
That's shopify.com/SydAndLive.
Okay, next chapter.
As they peeled out of the parking lot, Syd's Spotify began playing a song neither woman had ever heard before, but which both recognized instantly as Taylor Swift. God damn it, Syd muttered, while Olivia scrambled to skip the song, the title of which was Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. Is that a real song?
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
It's a song with that title.
Oh.
This was a good call on Olivia's part, for in that moment, Syd and Olivia couldn't possibly have handled the realness of Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. It would have been devastating.
When the song finally skipped, Taylor Swift's voice and gentle piano melody were replaced with Daddy Says No by the Hashtag Sisters.
Awesome.
And Syd and Olivia both breathed a sigh of relief. This was comfortable, familiar, safe.
I don't know about you, but that was not a top 10 therapy session for me, Olivia said.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Taylor Swift wants to fight us now, Syd replied. Were you getting that at all?
I mean, we were kind of being menaces, Olivia said. She shrugged her shoulders. Whatever. I don't think she even gets us, man.
The two settled into comfortable conversation, just like they always did. And for the length of the drive back, the tension and awkwardness of the therapy session were forgotten.
Next chapter. At home, Syd tried to clear her mind with some cornbread hemp CBD gummies and a good book.
Shout out!
She sat outside her balcony with her dog and picked up Ripper to Shreds by Mackenslin Patunkler.
I haven't read that
A
one.
new romance novel she had been reading. Yes, you read it. It just said you read it.
Oh.
It was sapphic enemies to lovers story about the two front women of competing Blondie cover bands. Okay, that's fun. Who try to sabotage one another by astral projecting into each other's dreams at night and turning them into nightmares. However, they both fail at this and end up having wet dreams about each other instead.
As interesting as the book sounded, Syd found herself reading the same paragraph over and over. She probably could have skipped that whole paragraph and moved on, as it was only a needlessly long description of what each character in the scene was wearing, and how tall they were, and what kind of haircuts they all had. But Syd was too distracted to even realize this. She kept thinking about everything Taylor Swift had said.
She and Olivia had been sort of treating this whole trying to fall in love with each other thing as a bit. As many times as they'd both said they were serious about it, they hadn't put in the effort emotionally. They'd been nonchalant with it.
Is it a bit to me? Syd asked herself. No, she decided almost instantly. There wasn't anyone she'd rather spend the rest of her life with, not even her boyfriend of over 3 years, Snooply McDouble. If Olivia were to ask Syd to leave Snooply for her, Syd would drop him like a hot tomato. At the end of the day, Snooply was just some guy. Olivia was her best friend, her soulmate.
But what about Olivia's boyfriend, Bramden St. New Hampshire? Was Olivia willing to leave him too? Unlike Syd and Snooply, Olivia and Bramden had moved in together after dating for just over a year. Of course, that had more to do with Olivia's catastrophic financial situation than anything else. But what if their relationship was really more serious?
Maybe trying to fall in love with Syd was just a bit to Olivia. If that were the case and Syd did what Taylor Swift suggested and started being open and vulnerable with Olivia about how she really felt, she'd be putting Olivia in a very uncomfortable position. And regardless of how Olivia felt, if Syd tried to come between Olivia and Bramden, she'd be a homewrecker. She didn't want to be that girl. Bramden was her friend too, sort of.
If Olivia was happy with Bramden and Syd was choosing to not come between them, she knew that it would probably be time to accept the fact that she and Olivia would never be together and start figuring out where to go from there.
She could always just marry Snooply, couldn't she? Syd considered this option. Somehow the idea was significantly less appealing than she'd expected it to be. If he'd asked her yesterday, she might have said yes, but now she kind of wanted to just break up with him. What was he to her, really? Someone to keep Olivia's spot in her bed warm? He didn't love her the way Olivia did. She didn't love him the way she loved Olivia. Olivia was the perfect person, perfect in every way.
But she could never feel the same. The whole thing had to be a bit to Olivia, right? Syd didn't dare dream that it was anything more. She had already hurt her own feelings by ever getting her hopes up in the first place. It was over before it started. It was time to forget about this fantasy and move on. And with that, Syd came to a startling realization. No one could ever love her more than Olivia did. And Olivia's love for her was purely platonic. So if Syd wanted to find... That sucks.
That sucks for Syd.
That sucks for Syd. So if Syd wanted to find someone who would fall in love with her for real, she would have to completely change who she was, become someone new, get less fucking weird. Now Syd really felt like shit. So she did what she always did when she felt like shit. She picked up her phone and called Kaiser Permanente.
Oh no, don't do that.
Olivia was having an equally hard time trying to forget about that morning's therapy session. 6 hours after Syd dropped her off, she was still sprawled out on the couch with her weed pen, a bottle of dry red wine, and a new Discovery Plus show called Dog Paternity Court playing on the TV. The title was a bit of a misnomer. It wasn't a court show. It was just sort of like Maury Povich, but with dogs. Olivia had started episode 1 when she first got home, but she was already on the season finale.
On screen, 2 women shouted at each other about whether it was even physically possible for one woman's Pekingese to have impregnated the other's Catahoula leopard dog, while both women dodged responsibility for 11 truly cursed-looking puppies.
The owner of the Catahoula leopard dog, a soccer mom type named Brittany, became furious over something that the owner of the Pekingese, a woman with overplucked eyebrows and dirty hair whose name was Brittany, had said and threw a chair at her. Brittany dodged it with ease and pulled out a gun.
Oh no!
As the PAs ran to break up the fight, Olivia paused the show. This was the greatest piece of television she'd seen in at least a week, and she wanted to save it for a day where she could actually enjoy it.
Right now, Olivia was miserable. She couldn't help feeling like it was her fault she and Syd hadn't been able to fall in love. And on top of that, Taylor Swift had said some things that had made Olivia wonder if she was being a terrible friend to Syd.
Had she been a bad ally and led her best friend on? No, at least she hadn't meant to. She really did want to fall in love with Syd. She was trying her best. It wasn't Olivia's fault she was so goddamn heterosexual.
But was she really, though? Or did she just not know what being in love was supposed to feel like? After all, almost everyone she'd ever dated had been some kind of predator or threat to society. What did she actually see in those guys?
Well, for one thing, they were older. And they were people she thought she could save, of course. But was she attracted to them otherwise? Had she ever stopped to ask herself that question? Or was her rejection sensitivity dysphoria stopping her from thinking about people who she was attracted to in favor of strategically only pursuing people she thought would love her, while her low self-esteem and insecurities tricked her into thinking she'd have nothing to offer in a relationship where the other person was attractive and didn't need saving? So I'm noticing you haven't been read for filth.
Well, actually, that's not true, because they did say that no one would ever love me romantically unless I get less weird. So actually, I think we both have been read for filth in this one by Krista.
This is so awesome.
Any and all of the above were possible because despite the objective fact that Olivia was a very conventionally attractive woman with a wonderful personality, she was incapable of seeing herself that way. She also couldn't see that nobody she had ever dated was even remotely in her league. Was
Syd in her league? Most people would say that Syd and Olivia were a perfect match that made a lot of sense together. 2 smart, gorgeous, hilarious women who could practically read each other's minds. Olivia, being Olivia, thought Syd could do better. And so, for as long as the two had been trying to fall in love with each other, it hadn't dawned on Olivia until right now, this very moment, that Syd might actually want her.
Maybe she did, or maybe Syd was doing a bit. She and Olivia had always been so stiff with each other emotionally that it would be almost impossible for Olivia to know without asking her point blank. Maybe the stiffness was why they hadn't been able to fall in love.
But then why were they so emotionally stiff with each other? Was that Olivia's fault? Probably. What if Syd had been trying to connect with her on a deeper level for 15 years and Olivia had been completely oblivious because she was just so mentally ill and neurodivergent?
Well, that was a horrible thought. And now Olivia couldn't stop thinking about it. As she sat staring at Roku City, Olivia's thoughts became increasingly upsetting and baseless. She spent roughly a half hour spiraling, crying, and blaming herself for things that were not her fault, and also hadn't happened, and also were not real, before finally snapping out of it when she suddenly remembered that she existed.
Olivia pulled out her phone, expecting to find some new atrocities or brain rot, or literally anything to distract her from her big bad thoughts, but what she saw instead was 7 unread texts from Syd.
Hey, today was weird. Taylor Swift is weird. Sorry we didn't fall in love with each other. It wasn't your fault, so don't beat yourself up over it. And don't blame yourself for what I'm about to do. I love you.
Olivia was confused. What the fuck? She thought to herself, that's so cryptic. She texted back right away. What are you about to do? Don't do anything. What?
But Syd didn't reply.
Olivia tried calling her. It went straight to voicemail.
Hi, this is Denise's phone. Make sure you leave a message. I'm too weird to ever love romantically. Beep!
She checked his location and saw that she was at Kaiser Permanente. Olivia's heart began to race. Suddenly, all of her insides felt like diarrhea.
Ugh.
Why was her best friend at the hospital? What had she done? In a moment of clarity, Olivia decided to call Syd's mom, Gail.
You even got the spelling right.
Yeah. Gail picked up on the first ring.
Olivia, I was just about to call you. What's Sydney doing? Are you with her?
No, Olivia replied, surprised by how wobbly her own voice sounded. Her location says she's at the hospital, but I don't know what's going on.
Oh, honey, don't cry. She's okay. She's there on purpose. I know that much. She told me she's getting an elective surgery and that she's going to be just fine. But she flat out refused to tell me what the surgery is for. I thought you would know.
What? If Olivia was any less alarmed now, she was certainly more confused.
She said she would, and I quote, sooner kill herself than me, in that order, than ever tell me what surgery she's getting, Gail explained.
Okay, I'm gonna go down there and figure out what's going on. Thanks, Gail, Olivia said. She hung up the phone and grabbed her car keys.
This is getting really intense.
It really is.
So,
Well,
go to the Patreon to hear the rest of this.
We're about halfway through, and I will give you a little bit of something exciting. The next chapter starts with me drunk driving.
Yeah.
So, you guys are real fucking dumb if you don't join the Patreon and try to read the rest of this with us, because this is kind of fucking awesome.
Wow, we've been read for filth.
This is amazing. Krista, we are so excited to read the second half of this. I cannot believe how thoughtful this is.
Krista, this is insane.
This is so funny. This is so good. And thank you also to Trash Raccoon, and thank you also to I'm Cutty. This is just, I'm so happy about this.
Yeah, and also one of the best things is that multiple people from the Patreon have become friends and made this thing that's so cool.
That's just genius. Well, we're going to keep reading it. But goddamn.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you, Krista. This is only good. This is only an absolute 12 out of 10.
And thank you, of course.
Thank you guys all. I almost feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's so weird and self-centered to like read a fan fiction entirely about yourself for an entire episode.
Yeah,
right?
we can't do that.
I almost feel like we should read like a fan fiction we wrote about someone else.
Yeah, I almost feel like hearing somebody's parasocial relationship with us makes me want to have a parasocial relationship with someone else in the room.
Oh, in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we have written a fan fiction about someone else in the room.
Who?
Our producer Kassem.
Our producer Kassem?
Yeah.
You mean like vintage YouTuber Kassem G?
Yeah, like OG YouTuber Kassem G.
Wait, we did write a fan fiction about him.
We did write a fan fiction about Kassem. Wait.
We should probably read
We should
that.
probably read it.
Cass, you want to come hang?
Okay.
Well, here he is. This is the one and only Kassem G. Cass, say hi to the crowd.
Guys.
Everybody.
How are you, Cass?
You want to click a button?
Yeah.
I just want to make a correction on my episode, my big episode, me and John's cryptid episode.
Yeah.
We incorrectly got Wendigo wrong.
Oh.
It's not a Nordic.
That's
it's just
okay.
so hard to keep track of all the cryptids.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I just really needed to clear the air.
I think that's fair.
Thank you for clearing the air.
So please,
that?
please know that I'm sorry and would love to see what you guys have cooked up today.
Yeah, apology
Really
accepted.
exciting.
You want to click a button?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Good one.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
This feels appropriate.
Okay, so
I didn't know you guys were going to do this.
nope.
No, this is not the first time that we have written a fan fiction for a man against their will.
Yeah.
It won't be the last.
No, of course not. You can't stop.
We once convinced a man that we were planning a threesome for him. We were not. We had written him a fan fiction.
It was like the worst night of his life.
That's kind of evil.
It was.
It actually
but we
was.
were in our early 20s when I think being evil is more
It was pretty evil.
allowed.
Yeah, that's one of the worst things I've ever heard. You guys are my friends, so it's cool.
Well, at least we didn't convince you we were going to have a threesome.
It's pretty evil.
It's pretty evil.
Okay.
Okay, you ready to get evil? Okay, there's an author's note at the top.
Okay, let's hear it.
Some of this is based off of what we know about you, and some of this is based off of your Wikipedia. You will be able to tell what is what.
Chapter 1, Interior Pajama Pee Podcast. Day 2021. Yeah, I don't really do the YouTube thing much anymore. Pioneer YouTuber Kassem G said to the host and or hosts of the Pajama Pants podcast. I just kind of feel like I don't identify with the stuff I used to do and say. I now find it offensive and unfunny. 2021 Kassem G would never endorse anything 2015 Kassem G has done. You know what I mean? Pajama Pants podcasters.
All of the pajama pants in the room who were hosting the podcast said nothing as they were inanimate. Kassem continued to talk to no one. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm woke now, he said, patting himself on the big sexy back. Nothing like I was in 2015. I don't stand by anything I said or did in 2015.
The pajama pants stayed pants. Just then, a shadowy figure appeared to cross the window in the corner of the studio.
What was that? Said pioneer YouTuber Kassem G out loud. Was it? No, Kassem G, you're being crazy. It couldn't have been her.
The pajama pants interviewers stayed silent. Sorry, Kassem said. I just thought I saw someone I used to know.
Gautier's somebody that I used to know starts playing. Cut to. A Wicked-esque flashback in the early days of Kassem G. The year is 2015. Kassem G is young and supple. Interior 2015.
Kassem says this. Now it's a script.
Yeah, now it changed into a script now.
Okay.
So now it changed formats.
Kassem says, "Hey, gays and bitches, it's me, Kassem G. Triggered much?" Kassem laughed, his supple chest bouncing with fertility.
John, Kassem's trusty right-hand man who would one day help him produce a podcast for two rats disguised as old women, put his hand on Kassem's supple back.
John, you want to come in and just say this one line really quickly so that we know who John is?
Yeah.
And then we can play you.
Yeah, we'll play you.
Hey, man. I've been meaning to talk to you. I don't think you should be speaking the way you do. I think it will come back to haunt you. One day, you will be ashamed.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Wow.
So that's going to be John.
So that's John.
Wow, when John says that, you know, it's
heavy.
Yeah.
Kassem says,
Nothing haunts me. I'm Kassem G. Deedly diddle and diddly dee.
I'm John. John says, okay, man, let's just get back to making our YouTube video. I have children to feed.
And Kassem says, and I have bitches to offend. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, you snowflakes? You're all inbred. Make YouTube great again. I'm Kassem G, and you guys suck. Today I'm going to be searching hard and wide for Bigfoot. Legend has it, Bigfoot is a big scary dude who's covered in fur and yuck. I think my wiener might go inverse. I'll be so not turned on. Anyway, let's see if we can find this creepy fuck with the Bigfoot siren. Come on, John, do the alarm.
John, can you do the alarm that you do, the Bigfoot alarm?
There we go. There we go.
That was so good. Do we hear that?
Yeah.
Do we hear that on the episode?
Yeah, we hear it. Yeah, he's got a mic.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or it's from far away.
We're going to hear that. It's going to have more authentic quality because it's coming from afar.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that. Okay. Cut to interior Bigfoot's house 2015. Bigfoot's father says,
Bigfoot, it sounds like you have another gentleman caller. What is that, like the fourth one this week?
Bigfoot, girl, stacked, wah wah wee wah. Dad, you don't understand. These guys always calling are not gentlemen. All these guys want is just one thing, to prove I'm real so they can get famous in red states. But Dad, I'm more than real. I'm stacked.
Bigfoot's father says, well, honey, I guess I've never thought of it that way because I'm your father and I never think of you as stacked. But I guess you're right. You've got body, yaddy, yaddy.
One day, I'm going to find a man who doesn't want me for fame. I'm going to find a man who's famous all on his own. I have to go practice my walk.
Bigfoot exits on fire.
Interior, Kassem G, day. Kassem, vlogging to camera as always, makes up brand new slurs. Hey, what's up, shambles? That's a slur for horses now. I'm Kassem G and this is my vlog. Now, as you guys know, John and me have been looking for Bigfoot.
And John says, John and I.
Shut up, shamble. I'm looking for this Bigfoot guy so I can offend the fuck out of him. 2015 is my year. I will regret nothing.
John says, I'm a father.
So, because it's 2015, the year of Uptown Funk, I think the best way to lure this Bigfoot-ass beast is by doing a parody song to Uptown Funk. What could be more 2015? This is to the tune of Uptown Funk, and this is you singing, but we'll do it in unison.
Yeah.
This one's for Bigfoot, that huge guy's like 9 foot. This one's for that cryptid, that hip kid who's most likely male. Growlin', prowlin', living it up in Oregon. Got find that big tall guy. He looks like a Demogorgon.
Author's note, this is actually insane that Kassem G referenced a Demogorgon in 2015, which is one full calendar year before Stranger Things Season 1 came out. How did he know this? How did he do this? We may never know, but we can always appreciate it. back to the song.
I'm too hot, hot damn. I'm Kassem G and Bigfoot's a man. I'm too hot, hot jam. I gotta kiss myself. Gay?
Yeah.
Author's note. The authors of this song don't stand by this line. This is a depiction of Kassem G in 2015 and does not reflect the thoughts of the authors. Meanwhile, as Kassem G descended into the forest singing his Uptown Funk parody song, leaving John to call his children and check in like a good father does, Bigfoot was practicing her cunty walk and couldn't help but hear the most beautiful song she's ever heard.
I'm too hot, hot damn. I'm Kassem G and Bigfoot's a man.
Bigfoot says, OMG, Kassem G, I subscribe to him for his offensive humor and man-on-the-street style videos. What is he doing here in the Pacific Northwest?
Kassem sings, I'm too hot, hot damn. Kassem looked up at the tallest, most stacked woman he had ever seen. Hot damn. That's right. It was Bigfoot, and she was a she. You could so clearly see a wooga for me.
Kassem says, hi,
I know who you are. I've been subscribed to you since 2013 when you won the Streamy Award for Best Host.
Oh, man, wow. It's so good to meet a fan. Sorry, I know your eyes are up here, but I can't help noticing that you are stacked.
Bigfoot says, whoa. No one has ever noticed that about me before.
Kassem says, no way, really? It's all I ever noticed about women. I categorize them based on stacked or not stacked. The not stacked ones I don't even talk to unless it's my mommy. Triggered limbs?
Kassem says to a camera that was not there. Bigfoot says, well, I can't believe I'm asking this, but would you sign my body yaddy yaddy?
Kassem says, you're stacked body yaddy yaddy?
And just like that, they were in love. They had the most insane sex a Bigfoot and a YouTuber could ever have.
Oh, wow.
And we can't even tell you about it because we had to sign an NDA. But we can tell you this. They did it 12 times to the beat of Uptown Funk.
Cut to exterior forest 2015. Bigfoot lays down in the leaves, only wearing Kassem's unbuttoned white-collared shirt.
It is not oversized on her because she is gigantic. Kassem is shirtless. Bottom half is censored even though he's wearing pants. Bigfoot smokes a joint. Bigfoot. Wow. I've never done it before.
Author's note, it means sex.
Kassem says, me too.
Bigfoot. Wait, what do you mean, me too?
I've also never done it before.
Really? I would think a big YouTuber like you in the height of 2015 would be dripping in puss.
I would be normally, but I've just never found any puss good enough for Kassem G. That's me, by the way.
Bigfoot says, oh, I know. I'm subscribed. In the distance, we hear a Bigfoot call, John. Nice. Bigfoot, oh, that's my father. I better be going. He's expecting me for the father-daughter dance.
There's a Bigfoot father-daughter dance?
There's one every night. It's just me and my dad. Ever since my mom left us for a human man, we do the big father-daughter dance every night.
Wow, that's so sad. I just had my first ever feeling. I think you're changing me, girl.
Bigfoot says, well, I gotta go. Can't have dad dancing to Trap Queen without me.
My drag queen.
Bigfoot runs away into the forest. Kassem watches her run away.
He likes what he sees. Whoa, wee wah.
Cut to interior YouTube 2015 day.
A YouTube executive. Ha! Well, Kassem! Wow, Kassem, where are those views you promised us? We're starving for views. Yum, yum, yum.
Kassem says, oh yeah, views. I almost forgot. John says, dude, what?
Forgot about views? Kassem, ha! You're the biggest YouTuber in the world. You're obsessed with views. Almost as much as you're obsessed with being offensive and the song Uptown Funk. What's gotten into you?
John says, don't worry, YouTube executive. Kassem and I are going to turn a really exciting video in soon. We're going to find Bigfoot.
Wah, wah, wee, wah. Bigfoot? That certainly is exciting. I want it on my desk first thing in the morning. Ah!
The YouTube exec exits. Kassem, John, I don't know if I want to do the YouTube video on Bigfoot anymore.
John says, what? Cass, I have kids and a wife. I have a family to feed. What do you mean you don't want to do a huge video that will make a bunch of money for us?
Kassem says, I don't know. I met someone and I'm starting to rethink a lot of my old content.
I always rethink your old content, Kassem, but why are you doing it?
Kassem says, I just don't know if I want to call people bitches anymore because I'm in love with a bitches.
You?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm in love. And the last thing I want to do is expose her privacy.
You mean?
Yes, John. I'm in a relationship with.
Just then, a shadowy figure runs past the window in the corner of the YouTube office. What was that?
That was my girlfriend. And tomorrow, she'll be my wife.
Cass, you can't. Trust me.
Can it, John? I know you want to feed your kids, but I don't care. I'm done with this shit.
Cut to exterior forest evening 2015. Kassem and Bigfoot are being married in a private ceremony in the Pacific Northwest. Kassem says, I, YouTuber Kassem G, take thee, Bigfoot, to have and to hold, to love and to...
John runs down the aisle. John says, I object!
John, what are you doing here? How did you know where to find us?
Because my wife has instincts. Motherly instincts.
Just then, John's wife, a giant female Bigfoot, enters.
Bigfoot says, Mom? This is the human you ran away with? It makes sense because he seems so kind and sensitive, but I can't believe you left our family and started a new one. How could you do that to us?
Author's note, this is nothing against John's wife.
Yeah, we don't know any...
I'm sure she's wonderful.
This is fictional. This is in the fictional universe where John's wife is an actual Bigfoot, not his real wife.
Bigfoot's mom says, I'm sorry, Bigfoot. Your dad kept wanting to do husband-wife dances to Trap Queen every night, and I got tired of it. Because it's not really a song you can listen to every night and come up with a new dance every time. I hope you understand.
Bigfoot says, I understand. I've been running out of new dances myself, but I still want to marry Kassem because he's the love of my life.
Kassem says, and I want to give up YouTube to marry Bigfoot.
Bigfoot says, what?
Kassem says, I want to give up my offensive humor YouTube career to marry you. You're my passion now. I don't care about my man on the street videos or my fame, just you.
Bigfoot says, oh, Kassem, this is so gift of the Magi. You see, I fell in love with you because of your fame. All of the men who used to try to pursue me only wanted me for fame. But you already had it, which showed me that you wanted me for me and how stacked I am. But now that I know you've blown it with the YouTube executive, and I know because I ran by the window and I heard how that meeting went, I love you, but I can't marry you.
I understand. And you have taught me a valuable lesson. Bitches can be stacked and still deserve my respect. Now, before we part ways, should we do our first and last dance? I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Seen your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll.
Married to the money,
Introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it, now she remix it for low. And I get high with my baby.
I just left the mall, I'm getting high
with my baby.
Yeah. And I get high with my baby. I'll be in the kitchen cooking pies with my baby. Yeah. And I can ride
with my baby. Cut to Interior 2021. Kassem sits in his padded cell with all of his pajama pants. Kassem says, and that's why I quit YouTube. Sometimes I still hear her dancing to Trap Queen, but it was all worth it, knowing I didn't expose her. I'll never be able to thank her enough.
The guards enter with the straitjacket. Guard 1. Hey, you're Kassem G. You taught me a slur for horses.
I sure did, buddy. Now lace me up. It's jacket time.
The guards put the straitjacket on Kassem as he quietly sings.
This one's for Bigfoot. That relationship is kaput. This one's for that stacked girl, that rack girl, that
straight
masterpiece. Dancing, romancing, living it up with her dad. Our love story is over now, but I'm grateful for what I had. She's so hot, hot damn.
And one
Seen your pretty ass soon as you
She's
came
so
in the
hot,
door.
hot damn. She put me into retirement. She's too hot, hot damn. Say my name, you know I'm Kassem G. I'm too hot, hot damn. And I'm sad about my money. Girl, you are hallelujah. The end.
Wow.
I think we just have to end the episode now.
So how did you like that?
Wow, that was incredible.
accurate?
I didn't need to be here for that at all. I didn't need to sit in this chair. That's incredible.
I'm crying.
It's what a piece of fiction, but also could have been my life story.
It might have been. We'll never know because
You'll
it's all a
never know.
secret.
We have to leave and I have to get more
We have to
rope
go.
tips.
We have a meeting right now. Bye, guys. Join the Patreon. I've been Olivia.
I've been coughing.
And watch us read the rest of Chris's fanfiction on the Patreon. Thank you, and freeze frame!